We begin this 5-on-5 with a changing of the guard for the New York Football Giants. Last week, a new GM. This week, a new head coach. And he comes to us by way of Buffalo. Here's more with the New York Football Giants.
You know, I've been around the block. I've experienced a lot of different things. I've witnessed, different head coaches and how they do things. To sit up here and say that, we're going to do this or we're going to do that. Look, all I know how to do is work with people, try to build a culture, unite a building, inspire players, coaches, support staff, listen, learn, and then ultimately develop the people in our building. And that's not just the players. That's the, QCs. That's the people underneath the head trainer. That's what we're going to try to do. Do I feel prepared? Yes. Do I know there'll be some obstacles and challenges? Of course. That's this league. You got to be resilient in this league. Certainly here you got to be resilient, right?
And at 4, a celebration for arguably the greatest goalie in New York Rangers history. Now, when you go to Madison Square Garden, you can look up into the rafters of the world's most famous arena and remember Hank for a lifetime. We go back inside the locker room for more.
I just wanted to play hockey. I just want to live my dream. And thinking back now, I don't know how many times I had to pinch myself and it's like, I'm really living my dream here. To come to a place where people care so much, where they treat you so well, to play in Madison Square Garden, to live in New York City. I mean, the list is so long why my journey here has been so special to me and my family. This past 15 years has been the best 15 years of my life, being part of this organization. So this means everything to me and my family. Thank you so much.
Only downside to his retirement ceremony was the Rangers being edged in the game that followed. Nonetheless, the Broadway Blue Shirts have been among the best of the best in the NHL this season. It could be their first Stanley Cup Finals appearance since Hank was between the pipes. In the 3 spot, cheers to Iona College men's basketball head coach, New York native, and Hoops Hall of Famer Rick Pitino. He notched win number 800 on Sunday in a hard-fought final against St. Peter's in a game announced by yours truly. Here's Coach after the milestone.
I'm glad that I got 800 here. I said, but I want to get another 200 here. I said, God willing, I don't roll a 7 anytime soon. Maybe it'll happen, but I'm real pleased coaching these guys that I could get 800 here. Great place. I'm really happy. I hope I can get 1,000 here. God willing, I hope I can live long enough to see that. And it's a special moment today. I really enjoyed it. I'm glad I'm at Iona, and we had to fight like hell to beat St. Peter's.
From the high school hardwood, St. Raymond turned in another goodie last Friday night against the Gales of Iona Prep, edging them 62-60 behind it. Sharp shooting from 3. The Ravens led at half, fell behind in the third quarter, and rallied in the fourth for the come-from-behind win. Another game I had the honor of calling. And in at number 1, some love for women's basketball in this sports roundup. The Bronx Athlete of the Week goes to Monroe College's Olivia Medford. The Mustangs standout bounced back from an okay performance when she scored 5 points in the first game of the week to notch 16 points and 12 rebounds and a double-double against the Monroe Express to close the week out. She made the final shot of the half to give Monroe a 34-14 lead at the break and completed her double-double in the second half, adding 3 assists, 2 steals, and a block to her all-around effort. Medford and the Mustangs return to action tomorrow against another Bronx program, Hostos Community College. Tip is set for 1 p.m. Folks, nominate your Bronx Players of the Week by hitting me up on Twitter at @TheVoiceBobbyC. To the back end of 5-on-5 we go for a look ahead. Coming in at number 1, we have our Super Bowl matchup. The Cincinnati Bengals and Joe Burrow edge mighty KC and Pat Mahomes to advance to the Sunday, February 13th game in Los Angeles, while the LA Rams hold off the San Francisco 49ers to host the Super Bowl. The Rams, named after the Bronx's own Fordham Rams, are the first team in history to host the conference championship game and the Super Bowl in the same season. The winner of that game will also walk away with the Lombardi Trophy, of course. That award is named after the late, great Vince Lombardi, who started as a player in the Bronx at Fordham and then went on to coach the New York Football Giants, but of course became arguably the greatest head coach in NFL history with the Green Bay Packers. Lombardi led the Pack to wins in Super Bowl I and Super Bowl II. Nice history for the Rams, but I'm rooting for Joe Burrow, who we had the chance to cover when he won the Heisman right here in New York City before leading LSU to a national championship. Some quarterback, some interesting matchup in the Super Bowl II. Giants fans will get a chance to see OBJ on the biggest stage. At 2, 9 New York athletes have been announced as part of the U.S. Olympic team. The athletes will be competing in figure skating, bobsledding, luge, hockey, and skiing at this year's Winter Games. The Olympics opening ceremony takes place today, and the Games continue through Sunday, February 20th. At 3, since we are looking ahead and we are less than a month away from the opening of the IndyCar Series in racing, the first race of the 2022 season goes down in St. Pete in Florida on February 27th. We caught up with last year's champion and a preview of what to expect in 2022. Take a look.
I think we always have pressure in all kind of sports, but especially motorsport, where you need to show your potential in order to get a new contract, right? So we always have pressure, but I don't think I have added pressure from last year. I would say I even have less, but I don't think that's a good or a bad thing. It's just that we already showed that we're capable of winning a championship, winning races, and being up there, and we just need to do it again.
Cannot wait for IndyCar to be back. Shout out to Elio Castro-Neves, too, who was part of the winning 24 Hours of Daytona team this past weekend in Florida. Elio won last year, repeats this year, and will have a shot to do the same in the Indianapolis 500 come May. Not bad for a 46-year-old race car driver. In the 2 spots, since we have a sore spot for old guys here on the show, how about 44-year-old Tom Brady seemingly retiring and unretiring in the same day? The star Tampa Bay QB fell short of a Super Bowl repeat, but had some season this year in year 2 for the Bucs. And at 1 on this day in Bronx sports history, legendary Bronx filmmaker George A. Romero, the godfather of the dead, not only made classic zombie films during the Pittsburgh Steelers' 1970s era, but also did 4 films on the great football team in Pittsburgh. Franco Harris, Good Luck on Sunday, The Steel Curtain, Terry Bradshaw, Thank God I'm a Country Boy, and I'm Back, the Rocky Bleiler story. Romero will be remembered most for the Night of the Living Dead and essentially creating zombies in modern culture, but his love of sports, especially football, provides an interesting twist to an illustrious career. The great filmmaker who passed away in July of 2017 was born on this day in the Bronx in 1940. To the C-list for a can't-miss announcement from Hoops in the Sun. This C-list could have easily been spent debating the Baseball Hall of Fame and its decision to pass on Barry Bonds and Roger Clemens for enshrinement, and instead only vote in Boston great David Ortiz, another alleged steroid cheat. But you've heard my 2 cents on the steroid debate before, so we shift our focus to another summertime tradition, like Cooperstown for hoop heads here in the Bronx. The Hoops in the Sun Roundball Classic won't be returning to Orchard Beach until June, but for the first time ever, the league is doing a winter league. They'll also continue their highly popular training sessions for kids here in the BX on February 12th. The league and the sessions are on the horizon. Check out Hoops in the Sun on socials for more information. Congrats to Hits on expansion. That's your look at sports. I'm Bobby C.